Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury, and you are on the Archie Luxury channel. Guys, today an interesting topic. I was trolling the internet, jumping around looking at stuff, and I saw an interesting anomaly. There's a website called productreview.com.au. It's an Australian site. And I noticed um, they had some reviews of wristwatches. And one interesting anomaly was Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer. Anyhow, let's run the intro. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Rolex Explorer 2. Let's run the intro and let's come back and discuss it. Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Guys, I was wandering around the interweb, and I came across a product review website called productreview.com.au. Anyhow, I had a bit of a look and I noticed for Tag Heuer, it had a massive percent of negative reviews. Guys, as I'm making this video, I'm wearing a Rolex Explorer 2. Okay, so let's talk about this. It had a massive negative. Over 50% was negative. And it got me thinking about Tag Heuer. And I got to tell you, yes, I've disliked Tag in the past, but it's never been because of reliability or the watches. I felt they weren't super special at times. But I've got to be totally honest with you. I actually really like Tag Heuer. And I think for many people, Tag Heuer was an entry into the watch collecting space. Tag Heuer is kind of like a luxurious Seiko. And I don't think the watches are terrible. In fact, one of my criticisms is that they used more generic movements, ETA or Solita type movements instead of in-house. The upside of this, of course, is the cost of repair and servicing is substantially cheaper. Now, if we have a look at some of the reviews that were given there, let's have a look. Let's have a look indeed. We've got a few interesting anomalies here. Let's go and take a look. Tag Heuer Service Department drove 3 hours to Melbourne to drop off my Aqua Racer for a service and battery. Okay, so two things, service and battery. Imagine my surprise when they tell me they don't service it in Melbourne, but it goes to Sydney. Big deal. So what? So what? Further and most disappointing, it would be a month turnaround. A month to change a battery. Hang on a minute. It's battery and the service. It's not just battery. So you can see how he's misconstrued that. Now, a month, man, I got to tell you something. He obviously hasn't owned a Rolex or a Patek Philippe. Fuck me dead. A month. You could be looking at up to 6 to 8 months. More reviews here. There's a lady here who bought this poor service for a $6,000 watch, which has stopped working. I bought my husband a $6,000 Tag Heuer self-winding Carrera watch for our 25th wedding anniversary. He's not worn it much to protect it, and it stopped working after a few. Well, how many years? So she's saying a few years. It's probably more like 5 to 10 years. They quoted me $700 to fix it. But for $6,000, I would expect it to be fixed as part of the initial expense. What they're quoting her for is a service. It needs a service, oils and maintenance. This is a classic case of newbies buying this watch. She then haggled, and they agreed to do it for $570. She says it's totally unacceptable for such an expensive watch. I bet you this lady's never owned a BMW or a Mercedes Benz. Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead is all I can say. More comments. Here we go. Tag is not so good. Blah, 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 blah. There is no interest in back. They only want to sell watches. Well, hang on a minute. We've got more claims. The worst watch I've ever had. I bought my son a Cartier's. I think he means Tag Caliber 5. It's supposed to be. They got a problem with it. He's got a problem with this watch. It needs a service. Now, it's really quite. Here we go. Severely disappointed with my dream Tag Heuer watch. Poorest quality watch I've had. Multiple problems. Poorest quality watch, and it lasted less time than my Casio and Seiko. Well, one could be mechanical, one could be quartz. It was my dream watch as a child, and my wife bought it for my 30th. But since then, I had 2 major failures. Okay, so he's got a problem, and he's just absolutely ridiculous. And here's a really good one. Warning, couldn't be more disappointed with my $5,000 Tag Heuer. 100-meter waterproof watch that can't be worn in the shower. You betcha. It's a chronograph, for fuck's sake. Look at this. It's a chronograph. It's fogged up. He's probably worn the shit out of it. It's fogged up. And he says, see, this is the thing. Waterproofing, water resistance. This is the problem is this Tag Heuer has used industry standard measurements, but these are newbie customers. See, newbie customers. And I got to be totally honest with you. Just complaint. There's really nothing really wrong. There's nothing extra. See, there's nothing really terrible about the Tag Heuers. The problem is the customers are newbies. They don't understand these watches. They don't understand what mechanical watches, how they run and how to treat them. And this is the big problem. The customer can never be wrong. And it's perception. This is the whole problem, is that there's, to be totally honest with you, Tag Heuer is pretty decent. Is it a Rolex? No, but it's a fraction of the price. Fraction of the price. Here we go. We got someone here. Expensive rubbish. Within 3 months of buying a Tag Heuer Aqua Racer, the watch stopped working. It was repaired under warranty, only for it to fail. He's probably abusive to this watch. After 4 warranty repairs, had it fixed at an independent watchmaker. But after 12 months, it failed again. Well, obviously, I think the problem is he's treating it really, really bad. See, the problem is people think you buy something expensive, it's got to be waterproof and it runs forever. They obviously have never heard of Maserati, Ferrari, BMW, Mercedes-Benz. It's quite terrible how many people just are so anti their watch, when reality is, the problem is these people are new, first-time buyers. And it's really quite sad. A lot of these people treat it so rough. I can just imagine. The Tag Heuers aren't a terrible watch. Look, they're not the greatest watch, but they're not. I think they're pretty good entry level luxury watch. The worst ratings. Well, look at this here. Just pages and pages of them. And the reality is, it's not so much. It's not so much that the watch is bad. Their understanding of how to treat it is so abysmal. And this is the whole thing. Wristwatches are delicate, but they think because they've paid big money, it should be super, super reliable. Let's take a look. What are the best watches they talk about? Well, you've got Casio, Tissot, even Tissot. These are the best watches. It's got someone's complaining about their Tissot, Casio, Seiko, Daniel Wellington. Let's have a look here. They've got all sorts of, and the brands here. Now, the reality is, this is the whole problem. These people are newbies. They don't understand. They don't understand. Their expectations are unrealistic. It's like somebody who doesn't know how to drive. They completely are making big judgments on the product. Guys, I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you think. Put some comments below. And if you're looking for a watch in America, who do I recommend? Who do I recommend? I'll tell you who I recommend. It's David SW. Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.